Have you ever had one of those days where everything just feels off? You wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and it feels like a little gray cloud is following you around, ruining your day. Well, let me tell you a story about a boy named Tommy who had exactly that kind of day, and what he learned might just change the way you see your own gray clouds. This is the story of Tommy and the cloud that followed him. One morning, Tommy woke up with a giant, grumpy frown plastered on his face. He stomped out of his room. Breakfast? No, thank you. His favorite toys? Not interested. The bright, cheerful sunshine peeking through his window? He wished it would just go away. He was in a funk, and he wanted the whole world to know it. So, Tommy decided to go outside, hoping a change of scenery would help. But the moment he stepped out the door, something strange happened. A small, gray cloud, looking just as grumpy as he felt, slid down from the big blue sky. It didn't just float by, it stopped right over his head, like a gloomy little hat. The cloud rumbled softly, a low, grumbling sound that perfectly matched the grumpy feeling in Tommy's tummy. Tommy scowled up at the cloud. Annoyed, he started walking down the street. He frowned, and as he did, the cloud above him grew a little bigger and a little darker. It was almost like it was feeding off his bad mood. He kicked a small stone on the sidewalk out of frustration. As soon as his foot made contact, the cloud sprinkled a few drops of rain right on his head. "Hey!" he shouted, but the cloud just rumbled again. A little while later, his friend Lily came skipping down the street. "Hi, Tommy, want to play catch?" she asked with a bright smile. But Tommy was in no mood for games. "No, leave me alone," he shouted, his voice sharp and unkind. The moment the words left his mouth, the cloud above him let out a huge, loud, grumpy rumble of thunder that made Lily jump. Her smile vanished, and she quietly walked away, her shoulders slumped. Tommy stood there, alone, with his arms crossed tightly over his chest. He glared at the drizzling cloud above him. "Go away," he commanded. "You're ruining everything." To his surprise, a soft, rumbly voice seemed to come from the cloud itself. "I go where your mood goes," it whispered. Tommy froze. He looked down at the little puddles forming by his feet from the cloud's sad little rain. He thought about the hurt look on Lily's face when he had shouted at her. He realized his grumpiness wasn't just affecting him. It was affecting everything and everyone around him. His bad mood had literally created a storm over his own head, he wondered. If his bad mood made the cloud gray and rainy, what would a good mood do? It was worth a try. He decided to start small. He thought of his favorite ice cream flavor and tried to make his mouth curve into a tiny, little smile. It felt strange at first, but he held it. He looked up. The cloud hadn't disappeared, but it had faded a bit, turning a lighter shade of gray. Encouraged, he tried something else. He took a deep, calming breath and thought about Lily. He felt a pang of regret. He whispered to the empty air, "I'm sorry, Lily." As he said it, a little sliver of sunlight peeked through a corner of the cloud, which brightened just a little more. Just then, a beautiful monarch butterfly with orange and black wings fluttered by and landed right on the tip of his nose. Its tiny feet tickled him. Tommy couldn't help it. A small giggle escaped his lips, which turned into a full, genuine laugh. He laughed and laughed at the silly, wonderful feeling. And as he laughed, something magical happened. The gray cloud above him began to transform. It swirled and puffed, and the grayness completely melted away, replaced by a brilliant, fluffy white. It looked like a giant piece of cotton candy, shining brightly in the afternoon sun. With one final, happy poof, the fluffy white cloud floated up, up, and rejoined the other happy clouds in the vast, bright blue sky. Tommy stood there, bathed in warm sunshine, a huge smile now on his face. He felt light and happy. He ran off to find Lily and give her a real apology and ask if she still wanted to play. Tommy learned a very important lesson that day. He couldn't always control what happened around him, but he could choose the weather inside him. He realized that he held the power to bring his own sunshine. And when he chose to be happy, to be kind, to smile, the whole world around him seemed to smile right back. So the next time you feel a grumpy cloud forming over your head, remember Tommy, try one small, positive thought, a tiny smile, a kind word. You might be surprised at how quickly you can chase the rain away and create your own beautiful, sunny day. Thanks for listening to our story today. If you enjoyed it, Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more stories that help make the world a little brighter. See you next time.